What got you onto the ISA model? What made you say, hey, I need to leverage this part of my business? Because you have a large team already. You've got a team, you've got people helping you. What got you into, you know what, I need leverage in this specific part, which is making those calls and following up?
So anybody who's in the real estate community that's made a lot of money in real estate sales knows you need an ISA. So my company has produced billions of dollars in real estate transactions. So when you're talking to other people in that community, you know you need an ISA. So the truth is, I only discovered the magic of an ISA, so an inside sales agent. But if you're watching this, you know what an ISA is. I only discovered that maybe, I don't know, 2016. So I really lost a lot of money not using an ISA because I hadn't been coached. I didn't know nothing. Okay. I did everything, as we said in the beginning of this interview, organically. So I hired a coach, and my coach told me, you need an ISA. What are you doing? You're missing calls. You're wasting leads. Your leads are the best because you're a listing agent. What are you, crazy? You don't close any buyers. All you do is. So I got exposed to coaching. No, it was years ago. So maybe 7 years into. So if I've been doing this 20 years, 7 years into my business, 8 years into my business. Okay.
Okay.
So when was that? So 13 years ago. Time flies. So I hired an ISA, and my life changed. I was able to grow my team. So that's what I did. My first hire was admin. My second hire was a transaction coordinator. And then my third hire was ISA. But then what happened was my ISA ran away with my coach.
Oh. That is a great story, cow. That's a tough one.
They ran away.
Oh, they literally ran away. I thought you were, that
Yeah.
was, oh, okay. Wow. That's the first time I hear that one. Crazy.
Yeah. They ran away together, and they're doing their own thing somewhere else.
All right.
And pandemic started.
Wow.
Literally 3 months later.
Okay.
And so at the time, I said, well, I don't need anyone. It's a zombie apocalypse. Like, God knows what's going to happen. I didn't even know I was going to sell real estate ever again. So I didn't care. Time flies. 3 years go by. So we're in 2022, right? 2022. And I never got the ISA back. So I was just relying on, and I have a big team, and I was just relying on my team members to take their own calls, to work their own leads. Like an idiot. I know already that doesn't work. I'm a coach, for Christ's sake, and I'm telling everybody you have to hire an ISA, right? And I'm telling you the truth. This is how it happened. 100%. And so I was invited by EXP. They're always wining and dining the big agents. So they invited me to this beautiful trip on a yacht. So I'm on my way back from the big yacht trip, and I'm sitting in the back of the car, and I'm talking to a guy named Phil. Okay, Phil's a huge producer for EXP. We're blabbing away. I go, Phil, I lost my main ISA during the pandemic, meaning she ran away, and I've been very responsible. I need that department going again, but I honestly don't have the time. Of course, what I'm blaming other agents, I said, I don't have the time to train. I said, is there a company that exists? Because this guy knew everything. He's one of these savants who just knows everything about real estate. He knows everyone's script. He knows Ferry's script, my script. He knows Craig Proctor's script. He knew, he's a coaching guy. So I said, listen, who do I hire? Like, do you know somebody who trains them? Like, I could get an ISA. I could hire them. I could go through the training. I have the ads. I hired an ISA before. I just need one now. I can't wait 2 months to go through the whole ad process. And I said, do you know a company that trains the ISA? He answered me within a second, Power ISA. I'm like, what? That exists? He goes, yeah, Power ISA. They'll get you an ISA, they'll train them, and then you got to train them on your CRM and whatever it is you want, but they come trained. Like, what? I got home. called you directly. I don't know how I got you on the line. Usually you get a customer service assistant. I got you. You sent me to Chris. Chris sent me to Rachel. The rest is history. I hired the most wonderful ISA. Not only does he do calls, we all know ISAs can't be on the phone all day. It's bullshit. Anyone who says that somebody's on the phone for 10 hours, it's not true.
Yeah.
So when he's not on the phone, he's fixing the CRM. He's starting a new drip campaign. He's giving me new ideas. He's helping me with my admin. Okay. It. And so he's out of Colombia, South America, and guess where my parents are from? Colombia.
There you go.
And not only is he from Colombia, coincidentally, the guy I chose, and I was able to choose from amongst a myriad of talented, university-educated applicants. I was able to see their videos. So I was able to see who I had chemistry with or not, who I thought was funny or not. And my Daniel, I got him because he made this joke. He was so cute. And he made this joke where he made fun of himself. He was like, well, I'd have to say my biggest negative is that I'm fat. Ha ha ha. And he starts laughing. He's a little chubby. And I have to tell you.
Sold. You're like, sold.
Like I said, this guy's mine. And then I find out he's from my parents' city, Cartagena.
Oh, wow. That's funny.
So when my parents went there, I sent him a new phone. I sent him new shoes. He's not a poor person. I sent him gifts. I'm so happy. And I sent him a nice big Christmas present. I'm on the phone with him every day, all the time. He's running the show. And okay, it's very nice that we're friends and that he was a great hire, but it also translated into a ton of money immediately.
Results.
Immediately, even while I was training him, he was sending deals. And remember, you're going to get from your agents when you don't have an ISA, oh, well, they didn't answer the phone. Oh, yeah, I followed up 3 times. Oh, I've been following up for 2 weeks and they don't answer the phone. I can't possibly manage that. I don't have the time with everything I have going on.
Yeah.
Now we do what we used to do. We grab the lead, hand it off to someone else, we hand it out, we follow up. What happened with the visit? Did this one turn into a listing? Guess what, Daniel? You just made another bonus. Daniel, make it, and we are on top of these people. Team meeting, daily reports. What was accomplished? What could he work harder on? What did he learn? Back to old school ISA work. And immediately, oh my God, at least the first month. So that's 1 million, 2 million, at least the first month, $5 million of deals.
Wow. They were already in your pipeline. They're already there. Just hadn't found them yet.
They were there. So I'll give you the example of what I mean, because they'll say, oh, Tat, you're exaggerating. No, I'm not. Daniel got on the phone with my leads that I knew hadn't been nurtured properly because I didn't have an ISA for about 2 to 3 years since the pandemic started. So 2 years at the time. So I said, these are all my Facebook leads. Here are the seller leads. Here are the buyer leads. I want you to go through them. He starts going through them. One of them was a listing presentation I had last year and said, hi, we just visited a house we want to finally buy. Someone in my team had dropped the ball, hadn't followed up, and guess what? They had already visited the house.
Oh, wow.
And that was the one they wanted to buy, and he just happened to call them. Okay, my ISA happened to call them.
Perfect time.
Day after they visited, and they didn't know what to do. Guess what they were going to do? They were going to go back to the girl they visited with and close with her and probably give them their property to sell as well because they had a property to sell. They just wanted to find a property first. Okay. So buyers usually have homes. And so we called them. We made a deal with the girl who had showed them the property initially. She was happy because the property was on the market for a long time. She was happy to do business with us. We asked for forgiveness that our clients don't know what they're doing. You know how buyers are. And she was very happy that she was getting a sale. So we closed that one. And then now we listed their property. We have an offer on that one. That's just an example. but I have many, many more.
Love it.
And that's like him just working old leads.
They were already, you already paid for them. They were already in your CRM.
Right. And then you guys were so flexible as well. You were like, okay, we could pay them for you. You could pay the ISA, whatever you want. You taught us how to supervise them online with that screen shooting thing. I forget what it's called. And so it's I have to say it was my best hire in the last 3 years.
Love it.
Like besides my team, a couple of the agents I hired in my team, I have to say it was the best hire ever.
Love it.
It's now sure he gets into trouble once in a while and I have to but that's because he'll forget something. But that's just part of the training.
Exactly.
And my training just started in November or October. So
yeah, it's been 3 months, I think.
But he's been so invaluable and so amazing, and he's quick and he's smart and he knows how to use technology. Like I want to fly him in and send him somewhere in the States to get a really intensive, ISA training with a team, like that's how good he is.
Oh, wow. Like shadowing, like in-house shadowing piece.
Yeah, exactly. So, and that's thanks to you.
Love
I have to say, and also the flexibility you gave me. I'll give you another example. There's a girl named Alina, a lady named Alina. I'm her coach and she's in my coaching cohort. She was crying. She was like, oh, I got the wrong ISA because I referred you guys. And I go, are you kidding? I said, just text Chris. He'll take care of it. She texts Chris. Oh my God. They switched her ISA because sometimes it's the personality. You ought to do the DISC personality test.
Exactly.
Sometimes people are people, right? And so she got her new ISA literally the day after she texted Chris. Oh my God, she's in love like I am now.
I just spoke to her the other day. She loves it. She's having a great experience.
Oh my God, she loves her ISA. Her ISA does this. I think her ISA is going to become her personal assistant. He does everything for her. Anyway, so we are very happy with your service. And this is why I am happy to tell the world. I'm happy to refer you. And when there's issues, because humans are humans and we're dealing with humans, you fix the issues. I'm happy.
Yeah.
I'll give you an example. One of your guys charged the wrong credit card for a service. Did I get a story? No. They're like, okay, let's switch the credit card. What is it? And you guys took care of it immediately. Yeah. That's what I love. People behind the scenes taking action immediately. And that's what I love. That I have a human to talk to immediately. Love that.
Yeah, absolutely. And Tatiana, if someone is thinking about hiring an ISA, working with us, what would you say to someone that's kind of on the fence, kind of going back and forth on it?
So if someone's considering working with you and they're on the fence, the first thing I would say, Gustavo, tell them to call me. Tell them to text me. I will call them. I do that for you. Because I wouldn't have believed it either. But as we discussed prior, I don't care. I'll try something once, and if it doesn't work, okay, we move on. So in order to avoid it, because there's some people who have more of a fear factor in them, they're afraid of getting scammed, especially nowadays, all these online scams and empty promises.
Sure.
I'm happy to tell the world, Gustavo, that I am so happy with your service. And we could almost guarantee it. It's not my company, but I could guarantee that Gustavo and his team will make sure that you are happy as long, and I'm going to say this too, as long as you're willing to train them on your systems.
Sure.
If you don't have systems, this poor ISA won't know what to do. And that's the same for a secretary. That's the same for a transaction coordinator. That's the same for a team manager. If you don't train them, what do you expect?
So Tatiana, thank you so much for this. If people want to know more about your coaching, what if they want the Tatiana, version of the ISA systems? What is the best way for people to reach out to you?
What we've done, because people think I'm your partner now. Okay. So I love your service so much. It's just a go-to, like, here it is, here are the videos, these are the people. You train them for a week or two. And even if they're not trained enough, you'll take them back. I love that. So what I've done is with my coaching cohort only, the people who join my coaching, Daniel and I have created a 1 hour Power ISA session where we teach their new ISAs real estate conversations and how to nurture leads. And we introduce them to drip campaigns and text campaigns. And so Daniel and I together are doing that for my coaching cohort.
Love it.
Because half of them went to you and got ISAs.
Great.
So we really feel happy about that. And I'd only be promoting a service that works. And so just to help out, because I'm a coach and because that's part of my program, hiring an ISA is like the first part of my program, because you got to hire the ISA before you get the Facebook lead campaign going. I help out as well, Gustavo.
Love it. Love it. So yeah, and if people want to connect with you, maybe they already have an ISA, maybe they're looking for an ISA. What is the best way to get connected with your coaching, with your cohort, with your program? Where should they go?
DM me on Instagram at Tat Londono. So it's at Tat Londono. There's many fakes out there. There are hundreds of bots that are pretending to be me. So remember, I'm the verified account. I have the blue check. Tat Londono.
Tat Londono on Instagram is the best way to reach out. Tat, thank you so much. Appreciate your time, letting us know how you got to where you are. Because I think that's the first question people want to know. Why she's so successful? We talked about why, right? Talked about trying new things, the fearlessness, ignoring those criticisms, because sometimes it's coming from your own head. It's not even everybody else. You're giving yourself those scripts. So ignoring those things, going past it, and putting in the work. I love that emphasis on it. It's not magic. ISA isn't going to solve your problem unless you put in some work into it, right?
Absolutely. It's like anything. My wonderful housekeeper who's been with us for over a decade, what we had to teach her. We had to say, okay, this is what we like. This is what we don't like. This is what we eat. This is what, come on, any person you hire, you have to train. 100%. Move your ass. Do something. Take control of your future and your destiny, because people are here to help you. So let's do it. Take action.
Awesome. Thanks so much, Tat. Appreciate you. Love it. Thank you so much.